Hey, what's happening?
Hey, dude, real quick, right off the bat, I want to say I hope you get royalties for I'm My Own Grandpa from the Stupids, because we play that song on this show.
I love that song.
I swear to God, every redneck story we talk about on this show, we
It
fire
is
up.
a great song.
It is a great song, dude. I love that
You know,
movie.
John Landis, the director, gave me that song before the movie started, and I hadn't learned it. I had to read it off a teleprompter when we shot it. It's a great song.
It's perfect for every occasion.
Dude, in the name
Yeah.
of the Lloyd. Like, I can tell you how many times I've seen that movie. I thoroughly enjoy that movie. It was,
Oh, thank you.
It was
People
great.
that like it really genuinely like that movie. It's the people that are fans are really fans of that movie.
it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you on. We're all fans. Of course, you got the new special. It's out now.
Yes.
Past and Present Imperfectly is the name of it.
You know, a week before my special comes out, by the way, when I start promoting my special, then the stuff happens with the show. So, you know, people are like, "Oh my gosh, don't you feel sorry for the cast and crew of the Roseanne show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I also feel sorry for the cast and crew of my special because nobody's talking about my special." So anyway,
It's terrible for the other people who work on the Roseanne show, but it's good for you in a way too, though, because come on, everybody wants to talk to Tom Arnold. Obviously, you're connected to the show, you're connected to Roseanne. All these things go down.
I don't know that it's good. I mean, it's nice talking to you guys, and it's nice that we can talk about my special. And I think my special is good, and it speaks for it's what I do, and it speaks for if you really want to know who I am and how I talk about Roseanne or how I talk about other people, watch my special, and that tells you. But to talk during all this other stuff, I felt like. You know, when this went down, I said, I'm going to do one live interview. I'm going to talk to Anderson Cooper because I cared about the message that was out there, which is, you know, it wasn't about one tweet from somebody. It wasn't about freedom of speech. It's about something that's been ongoing, not just in Roseanne's family, you know, because those are also my stepkids or kids, my former stepkids, and they're concerned. It's about a lot of American families, including my own back in Iowa, where things have gone sideways with the parents, and the kids are like, "Oh my God, what do I do?" They're watching the same TV shows, and they only look at the same stuff on the internet. Now they believe these crazy conspiracies. You know, unless there's something, it's really it's a lose-lose because I'm going to get criticized unless I have something specific that is important to me. That to do, it's not a good idea. But I in every interview I felt like, well, there's something important that I want to share, and it's worth the risk. Between the time got left CNN and got to the Today Show, literally like 300 of these crazy alt-right guys had threatened me and my family, you know, because we follow the social media, and I don't care whatsoever. We just have a guy knocking them down and stuff, but that's sort of what they do. I do care when they do it to teenagers or kids because teenagers on social media are really sensitive, and you know there's a lot of suicides in this country, and teen suicides, and you know my children are growing up. We're trying to make them strong. So that bullying that way does affect a lot of people. It affects adults, and I'm like pervious to it because I've been, you know. Tom Arnold for so many years, but it does affect a lot of people and it gets to people, so that's another good conversation to have. But you know, this is this is an ongoing conversation, and hopefully Roseanne will get off of this stuff and get the help she needs. And you know, she could be a powerful voice, not about a sitcom, but about like, oh my gosh, I got so deep into this stuff, I didn't realize. You know, what I was genuinely doing and how I was perpetuating this stuff. And it's not about politics. It's about this other stuff. And, you know, we'll see what happens.
Well, you bring up a great point about going down the wormhole of it all.
Yes.
And then it's kind of cloudy. You don't know what to believe anymore. And
well, I do. You know, people on the left do it, people on the right.
Right.
But right now there's just, if you blindly... It's just, you know, you could just tell. I'll tell you with her, you know, I kept saying to her daughter, Yeah, just show me one issue, one that like she used to. These children at the border, the policy to take the children from the parents, and just that little policy. I said if she could, because Roseanne was a warrior for people like that when I was with her. Just one little tweet supporting the children, anything just different than for the company line for the Trump people. Just give me one little piece of that, and she just couldn't do it. And then I finally said the last weekend, she's got to apologize because she had pictures of Chelsea Clinton and a donkey with giant teeth on her Twitter. I go, she needs to apologize to Chelsea Clinton, not Hillary, who she called a leader of a pedophile ring, but Chelsea, please. And I said to Jenny, you're a daughter. You get that, just to Chelsea, and then Chelsea tweeted her, and then she screwed up that apology, and then it just went in the crapper from there. And it wasn't the one tweet. If you see the last 10 hours of her tweeting before the Valerie Jarrett tweet, you'll see she was escalating. And the problem was the show was coming back on Tuesday morning. This was Monday. So it's coming back for the second season. All her right-wing friends were like, you better make the show more about Donald Trump this second season. And she was like, I will. I'm taking over. And all the left-wing people are like, you better make the show more liberal the second season. And she's feeling the pressure from both sides. And subconsciously, she's like, I'm going to destroy the show before it comes back. And that makes sense, right?
Yeah, totally. Hey, Tom, I wanted to ask you, too, speaking of social media and racism and all this stuff, I follow you on Twitter, and for the longest time, you've been alluding to these, like, I don't know, tapes or something they have on Donald Trump, and I'm always like, you always say things like kind of cryptic or whatever, and I'm always like, dude, Tom, just tell us what it is. So, Tom, tell us what it is.
Well, I have a show called The Hunt for the Trump Tapes on Vice, and we've been filming for 5 weeks, and there's you've heard of the Trump. Well, it started with the Apprentice outtakes, which I saw, and once you talk about the Apprentice outtakes, I saw and I talked about right before the election. There was the Access Hollywood tapes, which you thought would be effective, but no. And once I talked about what I've seen, people are like, "Have you seen the Steele dossier and the Trump PP tape?" And we want to help you with that. And here's the Melania elevator tape. Anyway, so all these ideas of these tapes came together, and I said, let's get an investigative crew and just really go for it and see if people will talk on camera if there's a TV show. So we genuinely got the best investigative reporters. I have a person in Russia right now, and people are talking, and people come forward from The Apprentice and the other shows. And we had a Bible woman that worked for Jeffrey Epstein, and he's this guy that it's just, we've taken, instead of waiting for Harvey Levin from TMZ to come to us, I went to him and ambushed him, the camera crew at 4 a.m. at his gym. We're doing stuff that you will not believe.
Wow.
And it's funny, but it is real.
Yeah.
And it's fun. So we'll see. You'll see.
Just to clarify, sorry, Sparks, just to clarify, Epstein is the sex island guy, right?
Yes, he is, and this young woman was so brave, and I take it very seriously, and very, I'm sitting, this woman was so brave to do what she did, and I have so much respect, and I make my jokes, and I have my ridiculous stuff, and I'm getting ready to file this lawsuit with the FBI, and I'm to get the Freedom of Information Act to open up some stuff because they do have video, but they say they're protecting the young people, which I'm sure they are, protecting the minors. But I was afraid they're also protecting because he filmed everything in his house and Trump was there, and then for this young woman to sit there. I mean, I'm like a crazy person. I'm like, we got to get this guy. And then to sit here she's very brave because everybody's scared. These people on these reality shows, I'm scared I don't want to lose my career. I work for Mark Burnett or I work for NBC, and then for this woman to come in, and it was just, it was, and her stories are, it just, it'll take your breath away. And I've noticed the women